This year, the town of Ongwediva is hosting the trade fair for the 18th time. Speaking at the official opening, President Geingob pointed out that the success of the trade fair is testament to the astute entrepreneurial culture in northern Namibia. Dr. Geingob also pointed out that government used the current economic downturn to implement far-reaching budgetary and structural reform measures aimed at putting the economy on a more sustainable growth path. These reforms were implemented not to please the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund or Moody's and other rating agencies. President Geingob pointed out that those reforms were initiated because the government values macroeconomic stability.
That is why Namibia has never gone to the IMF for an economic bailout package or entertained any internationally imposed structural reform programs. Most of our debt is local, and in keeping with continuing the legacy of my predecessors, I am confident enough to say that Namibia will not seek IMF bailouts or accept so-called structural reform packages from any external forces.
The head of state also stated that the economic downturn was caused primarily by external factors, particularly the subdued commodity prices and the decline in SACU revenue.
It was thus disappointing to note the insinuations that the economic downturn was caused by government. This inference is directly attributable to domestic politics and has no truth to it. Just as these measures started to work and green shoots became visible, Moody's and international rating agencies downgraded us without any attempt to understand or acknowledge our efforts.
The head of state also pointed out that Namibia's macroeconomic architecture remains sound, with its economic policies setting Namibia apart from the rest of the continent.
And our economic policies have helped to set us apart on the continent. We will continue to refine these policies until we have become the most competitive economy on the African continent. We want to be competitive not for the sake of it. We want to be competitive not for the sake of it, but because ultimately we want to see a positive change in the livelihood of all our people.
This year's trade fair attracted a total of 457 local and 17 international exhibitors. It ends on Saturday. For NBC News, Franklin Muningirwa, Ongwediva.